Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our weekly fantasy advice. This week we are doing waiver wire ads for this week. Graphics are a bit different. The templates for the players that's like right around here are different. Our normal designer sports alerts, you can find him on Instagram. Couldn't make them this week. He's our usual graphics designer for our videos. We have a guy who did it for us. His name is Power Football on Instagram. I'll pop it up right here. Make sure to go follow him over there. He'll be doing some graphics for us as well. Some templates for us over on Instagram. Go follow him, but that's why some of the graphics are different on the video, just to let you guys know. Playoffs are looming. Either you're going into your first round of playoffs or it's your, big game. I'm going to playoffs in my league. Let's get into our waiver wire ads. So Adrian Peterson, running back out of the Lions. Very, very good high volume running back when Swift is out. Swift continuing to miss time due to injury. Hopefully, obviously you don't want to prayer injury on players, but if Swift is out for week 13, Peterson gets majority of the rushing attempts, Kerryon Johnson more of the receiving back. And with Swift out, he gets around 15 attempts on the high end. He is the red zone featured back. He gets the touches in the red zone on those first third down plays when they're in the red zone, so he's a high chance of touchdowns. And if Swift comes back this week, gets injured, week 14, Peterson's back as the number one back. He is another good back. And as well, he has the high end of 2 touchdowns. We saw him do it against Texans Thanksgiving. I really like Adrian Peterson here. Go pick him up. I think he's a flex option, very low in RB2, but no matter. Good play. Nelson Agholor, wide receiver out of the Raiders, and usually I was skeptical. He's been on my kind of short list for waiver wire ads, but he's finally cracked it this week. Just because I think he's now getting more comfortable with Carr. Obviously, awful game against the Falcons. But he's a deep threat for Carr. He finally has learned how to catch after being awful on the Eagles. And just seeing more inclusion in this offense, which is a very good offense, playoff contention team. And has seen 10+ points in the last 2 games, which is very good, especially since they scored nothing against the Falcons. But the main reason why you want to pick him up this week is he is playing the Jets' terrible defense. Keenan Allen puts up 34 on them. They're very, very bad against receivers and really any other player. So make sure to pick him up. I think he has a high chance of a touchdown against the Jets. I'm assuming he's their number one veteran-ish receiver. He's just the number one overall receiver. I like Nelson Agholor here against the Jets. Very, very, very favorable matchup. Pick him up. Yeah, low and flex option. Number 3, James White, the running back from the New England Patriots. Kind of been shadowed behind Damian Harris, but he's been getting a lot more inclusion. He's been a very efficient receiving back in PPR leagues. The majority of leagues people play in, I assume. That's very, very good for running backs, especially with a running back that also gets rushing attempts. He saw 6 receptions and 5 attempts on the high end for almost 80 yards. That's what he's seeing currently, and is a red zone threat for receptions as well as rushing touchdowns. Which is important, getting you a lot of points. He has a chance of getting points, which is good in the waiver wire ad. And it's averaging 14 in the last 2 games with 2 touchdowns against the Cardinals. So I really like the pickup here. I think he's a good receiving back, chance of receiving touchdown in the end zone. And with the RB1 spot still slightly up for grabs with Damian Harris suffering slight injuries, White could easily step into that role, get more attempts, get more receptions. I think he has a very, very big, high end. So definitely go pick up James White. I think he's a very, very safe flex option. Rashod Perryman, the wide receiver from the Jets. I even had him as a waiver wire ad last week on our Instagram if you follow us over there. Link in the description. But I think he was a risky waiver wire ad week 12, but had a good game against the Dolphins. It's a good defense, so it's nothing small. I think he's now Darnold's number 1 target. Crowder, I know, is still there, but definitely not as much production as the first couple games. So I like Rashod Perryman. I think he's a very good receiver. He's busted corners. He has a chance. He's a very good route runner. And he has a high upside of big receiving plays, big deep plays for touchdowns. And he's averaging 17 in the last 3 games, which can't go unnoticed. That's very impressive. And yeah, high upside of a touchdown if Sam Darnold can throw the ball accurately. I like Rashod Perryman. I like his upside. I like the production he can have with this Jets offense, how limited it is. Go pick him up. Again, a flex option. Lazard, the wide receiver from the Packers. I really do like him simply because Aaron Rodgers is quarterback. Devontae Adams is never, completely 100% not going to get injured. There's always a chance of that. And Lazard is the number 2 when he recently came back from injury, but when Devontae Adams is out, he is the number 2 there. And he's a safety player, averaging 14 points when he is healthy, though, and he has 3 touchdowns in the 5 games he did play, which is very good. I think Devontae Adams, don't throw it to him. Lazard is the option. I really like Lazard. I think he's an underrated receiver. Rodgers definitely needs him on the field when Devontae Adams isn't there. And I think still low-end flex option when Devontae Adams is on the field. I think Lazard can get a touchdown and a couple receptions definitely there. I like Lazard. Pick him up again. Low-end flex option. But, we're flying through these players fast. I mean, there's just not a lot of value on the waivers this week. Let's get on to number 6. Cam Akers, running back from the Rams. Again, just because this position on the Rams is up in the air. I mean, is it Darrell Henderson? Is it Malcolm Brown? Is it Cam Akers, the rookie? But last week he saw a ton of production on one of the drives, which is good, showing he's getting more inclusion, which is important in a player. You could see a lot more production after the good week against the Niners. I think they might include him in the offense more, maybe receiving back, maybe give him more attempts. You never know, but it's always good. He has a high upside is what I'm trying to say. On the high end, he's getting 10 attempts. Good. Chance for yards. And can see receiving touchdowns, although it's rare. I think there's a chance of it. So again, high upside. And as I said, could move into that RB1 role had, in case one of the other running backs is injured, or just they decide to put him there because he's the best option. Cam Akers is a rookie. Definitely go pick him up. Again, low-end flex option, but really there isn't that much, RB2s, solid RB2s on the waivers, especially this week. Kiki QT. Never thought you would ever say him, but obviously, if you haven't heard, Will Fuller he's out for the rest of the season, suspension due to performance-enhancing drugs. If you're a Brandon Cooks owner, which I am, you're obviously not happy that happened, but ecstatic in terms of fantasy because there could be a lot more production. So Deshaun Watson definitely has more players to spread the ball around to, and Kiki UT now moves into that wide receiver 2-3 role with Randall Cobb and Brandon Cooks. There's not much to say about his production. He hasn't been playing amazing. He's obviously not on majority of fantasy rosters. I believe he's 1% owned, but I think he's just a safe option. Pick him up if there's really nothing there and you have a spot. See how he does week 13, and then maybe he's a flex option if he plays well and Deshaun Watson includes him. I think UT, good receiver, could get a touchdown, could get a big play. He's fast, so definitely pick up QT. See how he does. He's more of a development player. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help us a lot. When we see people subscribe. Thank you guys so much for blowing up our week 13 predictions video. That was amazing. You guys always do so well. We got like 2,000 watch minutes, 500 views, and a lot of subscribers, so it's awesome. Join the channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit notifications so you don't miss a video. We do football, all that fantasy football. And definitely comment down below all of your fantasy questions, advice, sit, start, waiver wire ads, anything about fantasy. Should I do this trade? Should I not? We will answer it. We answer all comments. If you guys have been subscribed to the channel for a long time, we respond to all of the comments. So comment down below. And all of our socials will be linked in the description below. Instagram, as well as shout out Sports Alerts, as well as Power Football, 2 graphic designers, and Power Football 1, our Seahawks Eagles Monday Night Football prediction. So go follow him, his, and Sports Alerts. Links will be in the description. Go give them a follow. And ours, we post interactive content, all that stuff we say every week, as well as go follow our podcast and our TikTok. And if you guys didn't know, we have a website up. I just posted a DK versus Terry McLaurin article, and there will actually be a video of me and Charlie arguing over who's a better receiver coming out probably this week, maybe next week. So yeah, stay tuned. We have a ton of stuff coming out. Mock draft stuff's coming out soon. If you guys saw us on Instagram, you saw me and Charlie completed a full 3-round mock draft of this year's class. So go check that all out. And yeah, subscribe, like, comment all of your fantasy questions, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.